I really feel like, in a way, the dump is the area of last resort for people in Tegucigalpa. You know, there's so much unemployment in the city, so many people without a formal education, so many people selling things on the streets of the city and in the market just to get by. And when they can't even do that, they'll end up in a place like the dump.
In Tegucigalpa, they don't really monitor what goes into the garbage dump. And so everything from nuclear waste to refuse to dead bodies even.
El crematorio es un lugar muy peligroso porque bastante contaminación. Hay peligros que acechan a las personas.
They have gangs there, they have violence, there's no rule of law, there's prostitution, garbage trucks running people over, there's tons of accidents where people lose limbs.
I met them on one of my trips to the garbage dump, and I met Angie, which is the youngest girl, and she would always run up to me barefoot in the garbage, just covered in dirt and soot and all nastiness. And she'd come up and give me a big hug, and I introduced myself to her. I told her about school, and I invited her to come down, and she said she'd have to talk to her mom or sisters, and we were just, you know, begging them like I talked to all the other kids. Come down, why stay up here? We'll give you food, we'll give you an education, come down to our school. Eventually, I started making appointments. Okay, I'm gonna come up and pick you guys up and bring you down. And they just wouldn't show up when I set the time for it. And then finally, a friend of ours actually brought them down, the whole family, to meet with me and Jesse.
Mami, esa no es la bolsa. Eso no es bolsa. La bolsa negra, tráigala. La bolsa negra, mírela.
¿Es un perro?
No. Entre.
Pues mi nombre es Catherine y tengo 16 años.
Mi nombre es Alejandra y tengo 11 años. Mi nombre es Brian y tengo 10 años.
Mi nombre es Angie y tengo 7 años.
Pues yo me llamo Carmen Castro y tengo 30 años.
Al principio nos sentimos bien alegres, pero al mismo tiempo teníamos miedo de fallar en varias cosas.
After a few weeks, Catherine stopped coming, and when I asked her siblings why she had stopped coming, they said she's staying to help my mom work. And then eventually, a couple weeks later, the kids stopped coming too, and they missed like about a week and a half, 2 weeks of school. So when I went up to the garbage dump, I went up to look for them, and when I saw them, I asked them, hey, why aren't you guys coming? And they were kind of unresponsive. They didn't give me a good reason. They kind of just, were beating around the bush. So I kept on pressing them, why aren't you coming? Until finally, they told me that they didn't have a place to live. So I asked them, well, where are you guys living? And they pointed to this little plastic structure in the garbage dump. And they said, that's where we're living. We've been there for 2 weeks. And a miracle happened. That same day, a group came who had first time ever visiting us. They heard the story and they said, we want to buy them a house today. We want to buy them the land today.
Sí. Dale. ¿Me deja un poquito de agua? Ya va.
Está rico.